Welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute devotional podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse. Broadcast from the ever-beautiful Sharonville, Ohio, on the sunny side of Cincinnati. Hey friends, welcome back. This is Daily Dose Radio. Daily Dose Radio is Frontier Bible Study. You ask, why Frontier Bible Study? Well, because we are on the frontier of new technology with podcasting. And this is a new way in which Bible study is being enjoyed by millions around the world. And so thank you for whoever invented podcasting, because it makes easy, a nice, simple Bible study, something that's made from 100% pure Bible. We can sit down together here in what we like to call the Bible Bistro and enjoy a little bit of Bible before we get started, or maybe at the end of our day or sometime during our day. We have 5 minutes, because that's what Daily Dose Radio is all about. 5 minutes a day, 5 days a week, studying the Psalms verse by verse. And do we have a good one today? Psalm 62. We started that yesterday and looked at verses 1 and 2, plus the introduction. Today we're looking at verses 3 and 4. Let me read those for you. How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. As a bowing wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Selah. This psalm is very nicely divided by two Selahs. We have here the first at the end of verse 4, the second at the end of verse 8, and then, of course, the psalm ends in verse 12. So we have it nicely divided into 3 sections of 4 pieces each. You'll notice verses 1 and 2, it's all about the first person. Truly my soul waits. My salvation comes from him. He only is my rock, my salvation. He is my defense. 6 different times we have either a my or an I in these first 2 verses. Today we don't find a first-person pronoun at all. We're talking about somebody else. So we go from the individual now, the psalmist David, who is kind of making a confession here. My soul waits, him's my salvation, my rock, my defense, I will not be greatly moved. This is a confession of faith. And then we come today to 3 and 4, and suddenly we go from a confession of faith to, well, it's not really a prayer, it's almost an accusation. Sort of a prophecy, if you will, a declaration of what will happen to these people. Don't know who they are. Perhaps we're still talking about Saul or maybe Absalom or someone else. How long will you imagine mischief against a man? So it's obviously his enemies. You will be slain, all of you. As a bowing wall shall you be, and as a tottering fence. The tottering fence and the bowing wall, guess what's going to happen to them? They're going to fall over. This happened not too far from here where I live. There's a nice road that's 4 lanes, and on one side of the road there's a great big building built, and underneath it they have a retaining wall built. But the retaining wall, they built it out of decorative stone, building stones. So they've stacked them nice and neat and so forth. Well, we got a lot of heavy rain one year, and that wall suddenly bowed. And as soon as it bowed, boy, the city workers were right there on Johnny on the spot, and they put a fence up around it. Well, of course, that didn't help anything, and the wall, because it had bowed, eventually burst, and the wall fell down, and a lot of that dirt came out. I don't know if it damaged the foundation of the building or not, but they quickly repaired it. But as soon as you saw that bowing wall, you knew what was about to happen. They only consult to cast him down from his excellency. Who is that? Who is he talking about there? Him. He must be talking about the psalmist here. Surely this is not talking about God. They delight in lies, they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. This sounds like maybe another description of the wicked here. Okay, join me tomorrow. We're going to look at verses 5 and 6 on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. I'm David Smith. The music today has been performed by the Bluegrass Experiment. Thanks again for listening. I'll see you next time on Daily Dose Radio.